Hello and welcome. Silrace here with Escape from Tarkov. Let me tell you a story about an introduction and losing my sanity over trying to figure out exactly what is a camp. I am of course talking about the introduction task on Woods. This task took me quite a while to get done, and honestly, my stubborn refusal to use any guides and maps contributes quite heavily to that fact. But so does me simply not reading the flavor text of this particular task. I did this task as a combination of running both PMC and Scav on VODs, as a means of learning the map at the same time as I was trying to do the mission itself. And boy, was I completely lost on this map. You see, I was looking for a camp. That's what the task says to look for, right? I did not know if I was just looking for an empty camp, or if I was looking for the man himself hanging out at a camp. So I ran all over the map, trying to find any and all camps. Like, is it this the camp? Or is it maybe this one? Or maybe it is this one. There is quite a few camps on this map after all, and none of them seemed to have what I was looking for. It even got to the point where I was running night raids to try and figure out if there is a lit campfire going on at one of the camp or some of the camps, so I could spot the camp from a distance and investigate. To give you a better idea on just how long it took me to do this task and how lost I was also on the map, I actually finished a couple other tasks while I was doing this whole thing. I managed to finish the debut task for Prapor, as well as finishing the supplier task for Skier. And in the process of running around, I also managed to figure out that there is absolutely no leeway whatsoever in the raid timer, when it comes to an extraction, that is, after failing to extract with about a second on the timer itself. I also found out that there is a piano in one corner of the map, and now I kind of want to see this task changed so that you have to bring the introduction letter to Jäger, who is having a grand time playing piano in the forest. I kind of want to see that now. After doing a whole bunch of raids, I really started wondering if I was missing something. And so at this point I went back to looking at the task. And I actually finally read the flavor text that mentions the Iron Bird and a place where the hunter would wait for his prey. So it finally dawned on me why I was getting killed anytime I got anywhere near the crashed plane. I had obviously noticed the plane before, but had learned very much to avoid it entirely. Because every time I went anywhere near it, there would be someone already there and I would get blasted to pieces. So now I had figured out what I had missed, and it was time to get to the plane and extract with the letter. Of course, that was not going to happen on the very first try either. As I mentioned earlier, I was getting blasted every time I had gone anywhere near the plane after all. And then this finally happened. This is my successful extract of the introduction letter. Now, obviously, as I have mentioned in my previous video, I suck at this game. And so I'm running around here with some kind of a crappy Mosin I have found in one of the previous raids as a gun. And I don't even have a rig, because all of my rigs and everything else is, somewhere lost, waiting to be possibly returned from the insurance. So I'm approaching the plane kind of cautiously and also kind of in a hurry. This is kind of late into the raid actually. I had spent quite a while wandering the map already, being lost and trying to figure out exactly where the heck I was. And then I spot good loot as well, and I'm here like, hey, let's pick up good loot. A big medical kit, and also decide to drop this thing for more medical kits because I cannot buy this kind of medical kits yet. And I figure I'd rather have the meds, and at this point, after all of that looting, I'm just gonna go and grab the leather. I don't see anybody, I don't possibly hear anybody. Not that I necessarily hear anybody sitting around in some distance waiting to just blast me in the face anyway. And I start making my way out. The only really positive thing is that I know where my extract is, kind of. I know the general direction at least and about where it's located, so running around on the map has kind of paid off because I have kind of learned where things are. Not perfect yet by any measure. But still, managing to navigate at least somewhat, know where most of the extracts are about located, so I can maneuver and get myself over there. But hey, getting there, getting better at it, and learning the map, learning at least a little bit on how to play, and all of that good stuff. And that's a big part of the fun. Big part of the enjoyment so far, at least for me personally. Learning the game. Even though I am not good at it, but learning it is fun. So I find the wall. Okay, well, this is the wall. We can get through. Oh, there's a minefield there. Let's not go that way then. Like I said, I know about where things are, but not perfectly. Not perfectly at all. Just try and be a little sneaky. Wait and see. Because I might not be the only one heading for this extraction. And I also know that somewhere around here is an extraction for the scavs. Because I remember extracting out of here or near here with the scav, but I'm like, is it exactly here? Is it right nearby? Maybe it is. Maybe it is not. But down here is an extraction for me. And it is time to get out of here. Finally, with the leather. With the task finally finished, here are some statistics for you at the end. This took me overall 19 raids to finish this entire task. 11 of those raids were scav raids I was using to try and learn the map anyway and where the camps are, and maybe even extract with something to make a little bit of money. And 8 were PMC raids. Out of those 8 PMC raids, 3 were me trying to extract the leather. As in, it was 2 failures before I got the leather out on a 3rd try. Thank you very much for watching, and do hit the subscribe button if you aren't already.